Hello, we're back. Tim here, and we're doing just desserts from all around the world, you may remember. Today we're off to Morocco, so I thought I'd wear my fez. You know, I have actually been to Fez. I didn't see a fez in Fez, but I have been to Morocco. I was totally unfezed. Okay, so what we're going to make today is a thing called a Meskouta. I think that's the pronunciation. It is like a lemony bundt cake, and it is very simple to put together. You can, I think my fez might be falling off, half a tick. It's drooping. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, bye-bye fez. So yeah, we're making a lemon sponge cake, very quick, cooks in the oven for 40 minutes, and hopefully, in fact I'm sure it'll be delish. So let's get crack-a-lacking. A fair amount of today's cooking is going to involve beating. And what I'm going to start with is we have a cup and a half of sugar here. That goes in your mixer, and into that I am going to put 4 eggs. Now you can do them individually if you like. I don't think it's necessary for this one. So here they go, 1, 2. We're going to slap that into the mixer and churn it around until it's, you know, nicely mixed and a tiny bit fluffy. Then onto that we are going to quite carefully spoon in 2 cups of flour. What I do with this is I put it in sort of a tablespoon at a time. On top of that I am going to put half a cup of canola oil. This is. Put that in, drizzle it in gently so it has plenty of chance to mix in. Okay. On top of that I am going to put 4 teaspoons, that is a tablespoon and a third of baking powder. And that, whoo, got a small cloud, that is what will give it lots of aeration and height. I am going to put in, as it continues to wear away, half a teaspoon of salt. In you go. And I am then going to zest my lemon with my macroplane. You're looking for 2 tablespoons of zest. Then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. All we need now is this is half a cup of milk, and then we want a teaspoon of vanilla, and that is the batter. Just so you know, I've preheated the oven to 350, and so we are good to go. What I have done over here is I've got my bunty pan, as we call it in the business, and I have buttered it and then floured it. Pour it in. Now it might look like it is only filling up half your pan, but there's a fair amount of baking powder in here, so I do expect it to puff up to at least the edge of the bundt pan here. And there it is in its bunty. This goes in the oven now for 40 minutes, and by which point it should have risen quite nicely and should be good and golden. What we can do whilst that's cooking is you don't have to do this, But for decoration, you can just eat it plain, or you can sprinkle it with a bit of icing sugar / confectioner's sugar / powdered sugar, or you can give it a nice little lemon glaze. So there's a cup of icing sugar, and into that I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. It's always quite wacky how the volume, even with the tiniest bit of liquid, turns the icing sugar into a glaze. There we go. The good thing with this is if it's too runny, you can always add a little more. Add a little more icing sugar. If it's too thick, add a little bit more lemon juice. But that is looking good. So, as soon as our lemon cake comes out of the oven, we'll let it cool for a little bit, let it rest, and want it to be a little bit cooled down before you put the glaze on it, and then we'll drizzle this over the top. So there we go, naughties. We'll be back in about, well, I'm guessing about 37 minutes and 51 seconds. Well, here we are. The bell has gone and it's time for Moroccan lemon cake. I'm going to turn that off and let's see what happens. Oh! Oh. I'm not too happy with this, but there it is. It's done. What it's done, clearly, is it's risen, right, and then it's plopped. But we have good news. Let me just turn this off. We can definitely salvage this, because what we're going to do is we're going to let it cool for a few minutes, and then we'll tip it out, and obviously all of this collapsed malarkey will be hidden. Shh, don't tell anybody. KK. Here we go. If it all goes wrong, it's all my fault. 1, 2, 3, hoi! Oh, and I heard it plop. So we are going to be alright, I think. I'm putting it here because I want to take a photograph from a blog. But putting it on the stove is about the stupidest thing you can do. So let's get this centered, lovely, and lift it off. Who's your daddy? Look at that! Okay, so now I can put it in position here. Beautiful, and I'm just going to do a little drizzly whizzly. Again, I would recommend you let it cool, but we're doing show business, and you know, you've just got to, well, there's no business like show business, right? So drizzly whizzly, oh dear, what can the matter be? Here we are, the moment of truth. Let's have a little tasty. So, oh, still a little bit warm, but that can only add to the gorgeousness of it, can't it? Look at that. Okay, so it's a little bit collapsed in the middle, but nobody needs to know. Just don't say anything, I say. Still a bit warm, but that is so divine. So what's happened is that the lemony glaze, which I recommend highly, has sort of created this divine lemony shell, and then inside, quite so intensely lemon, but moist and springy and oh, epic. Epic is what I would call it. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's a just such a pleasure having you with us. And this is Morocco, and we're doing Meskouta, sorry. And don't forget, stink bombs. If you like us, give us a thumb. If you don't like us, give us a downer, and we'd love to hear from you. We really would. Tell us what you want to cook, what you want us to cook, and what you like, what you don't like. Okay? Take care, naughties. Love you.